In section 1.3, we'll start by talking about midpoint, particularly the midpoint of a segment. Midpoint is the point that divides the segment into two congruent segments. A midpoint is basically going to divide your segment in half. For example, if I have segment AB, then the midpoint, M, will be the point such that AM is congruent to MB. So here, M is the midpoint of MB. And because we're talking about this segment MB, not its length, that's why we use the shape notation with the line above. Okay, we can have what's called a segment bisector. A segment bisector is a point, a line segment, or a plane that intersects the segment at its midpoint. So again, in the shape we see above, M is a segment bisector. So would line L. Line L is the segment bisector of AB. Or I can say it's segment MN. Anything that cuts a segment through its midpoint is the segment bisector. So here's example 1. We can see from the picture that M is the midpoint of VW. I want you to find the length of VM. Try this on your own first and then resume the video when you're ready to check your solution. Okay, because M is the midpoint, this tells me that the length of VM equals the length of MW. So 4x minus 1 equals 3x plus 3. I can subtract 3x from both sides. I get x minus 1 equals 3. I can now add 1 to both sides, which gives me x equals 4. But my question was looking for the length of segment VM. So I use the fact that VM equals 4x minus 4. I can plug in that 4 for x. I get VM equals 4 times 4 is 16 minus 1. So VM equals 15. Let's look at example 2. Find the coordinates for the midpoint of AB if A is at the ordered pair 1, 4 and B is at 3, negative 2. I'm going to go ahead and plot these points. And it's really important when you're drawing to label your graphs. I know that A is at 1, 4 and B is at 3, negative 2. If you want to, you can simply look at our line and realize that the midpoint, here we go, is going to be halfway between A and B horizontally. So I look at the 1, I look at the 3, my midpoint will be at 2. And then it's also going to be halfway between A and B vertically. So I look at my 4, I look at my negative 2, and the midpoint between those is 1. Thus my midpoint is the ordered pair 2, 1. There is a formula that you can use for this, and that formula is that when your endpoints are x1, y1, and x2, y2, then your midpoint will be at x2 minus x1 over 2, comma, y2 minus y1. And actually it's not minus, it's plus. It's x1 plus x2. You add them together and divide by 2. And then y1 plus y2 over 2.